Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. Thank you for being here. Sorry I was a second late. I was trying to get my slideshow up, and you know me. Takes me a minute. Still don't have it the way I want it, but we're going to go with it. Where is Sebastian Rogers, and how are all of you? Hi, Queen of Justice for the Missing Children, Daniela R. Good to see you both. We are going to be discussing my most recent video, so I hope you've seen it. It is on Sumner County. And hi, Trishy 818. Hi, Trishy. Thanks for being here. So I think our last video or two, my friends, have hit a little nerve, and we received a little bit of a warning from an individual, and I'm going to share that with you. And it's very easy to target what area they're concerned about by their warning. So we'll go ahead then and analyze it. We've got some slides to go through. I'm adding to our slides from our previous study session. So welcome in, everyone. Hi, Rainy Dingy. Yes, Justice for Sebastian. Tara Lotta, SL. Hi, YouTuber. How are you? Good to see all of you. So I hope you all were able to see the last video that I put out yesterday, I believe it was. Hi, enjoying life. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday, because it has gotten a little bit of a reaction. And we're going to discuss it. I'm going to read it to you. We're going to discuss it, and then we're going to break it down a little bit, because it really got me thinking, and I think we might be onto some things. So let's go ahead and start first. Hi, Linda Hall. Okay. At the top is the message I received after I put the last video out. And it says, you need to mind your own business and stay out of Sumner County politics unless you live here. Well, then he says something stupid. He calls me Betty, like that big joke that was going around. But I found it interesting. And then I started thinking, okay, so it was a video on the county commissioner getting an ethics complaint. And the video before that, and the fact that Nik's lawyer, Joseph Lesniak, had included law enforcement when he said there's three groups of people that also need to beware, what allegedly watch themselves, and what they say and do are the powerful, the wealthy, and LE. By the way, this is all alleged. Some of this is hearsay, some is right there in front of you, as you know. It is my opinion, my theories, my speculation. No one is being accused. We are not accusing anyone. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. We are theorizing, speculating, and looking for a 16-year-old boy, 15, soon to be 16-year-old boy, who has been reported missing February 26th. This is for entertainment purposes only. So then I just really started thinking, friends. I said, okay, we're going to break it down. And I have a slide for you that is really going to break down where my thinking went last night after receiving this. And then but first I want to also read to you something that Sebastian's grandma had sent to me. And I asked her a clarification question. And I asked her a clarification question. Sorry, not today, Satan. Stay out. Yes, please hit the like. I asked her, hi, Michelle Scott. If I haven't said hello yet, I will in a moment. So Robin reached out to me and she said, what do you expect from someone? And I'm sure she doesn't mind me reading this because she put it on our community post, or on our community chat, who describes RAP as a snuggle struggle. Well, this part's interesting. She said, this is what Robin is telling me. CP stated very early that Ellie knows what happened because CP and KP told them. God help us all. EC, get off your mm, and find my grandson. Lots of frustration there. Wilted, that's a great question, and I will address it. And hello, by the way, my friend. I will address that. Let me put it up there just so I don't forget you. Okay. Oh, I don't have my banner out for Sebastian either. See, I came in, I was working on the slides right up to it. So God bless her. I mean, when she says God help us all, it just broke, shattered my heart. We can't give up on Sebastian. We cannot, we just can't. Okay. And then Nik the Hat had wrote, today marks our 30th debriefing regarding the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers. And for once in my life, I am witnessing this. Sorry, it's so small. I am witnessing this marvelous teamwork and unity plow through the mud, cockroaches, and skunks. The team is making headway, and I'm honored, proud, and humbled to be a part of it. You could threaten me all you want. It's been done before, and it's been done. It'll be done again. But with me, we'll go down the house of cards. So interesting little couple updates for you. So we've heard from Robin. She's wants her grandson home. Stating that something was allegedly told. She says CP stated very early that Ellie knows what happened because they told them. And my question to her was, are you referring to he walked out the front door in the dark of the night barefoot, or was there something additional? And so I have not heard back from her yet, but I did inquire, and I'll let you all know as soon as we hear that. Okay. But apparently we are to back off and keep our noses out of Sumner County politics unless we live there. Okay. And that got me thinking, brainstorming, why? And here's what I came up with. And I hope you can see this. Okay. Let me say hello to everyone first. Okay, let me read Wilted's letter. Hi, Jay. Do you think all of this flooding that Sebastian may reappear? Hate to sound so graphic, but just wondering. You know, Wilted, I've been thinking that myself. We don't know where, obviously, he is, but if indeed he is out in the elements somewhere in an area, you know, how is the flooding happen? How is the flooding in Hendersonville, in that area, Nashville? You know, it's possible. Anything's possible. I wish we knew more, right? Thank you, Linda Hall. That's very kind. Hello, sweet misery. 30 is debris. Well, Trish, we're going to have to see hopefully something. At least they're trying. I mean, in my opinion, I just want anyone, all hands on deck. I don't care. You know, I just really want this little one found. No, he called me Betty, Trishy. So, okay, so here we go. And I broke it down, and I want, just follow me on this slideshow. There's several slides, and I'm going to tell you where my thinking is going. Okay, and it goes to, we're going to analyze why I received that warning and why others have. Okay, so if you look at the slide, it says Joseph Lesniak's press release. I read that on a video recently, and I will pull it up. I'm sorry I didn't have it pulled up. I will pull it up and see. That's not him. That's not him. 1 second. We're going to start there. And hello to everyone. Talk in the chat with each other for a second while I look for this. I'm getting closer. There we go. Okay. Darn it. I wish I had found it. Okay, well, what he says is he addresses the threats. I don't have the whole one with me right now, and I don't want to take too much time. It's an old one. We've read it before from September 12th, but I went back and I looked at something. Okay, and he says legal action imminent amid threats and interference in the search for missing teen Sebastian Rogers. And then it says September 12th, 2024. We have received threats of all kinds, from minor warnings, like we received, to serious and grave threats. We take these extremely seriously and will not stand for, tolerate, or accept such actions in any form. Wealthy, powerful individuals, including those in law enforcement, must, and what he said is abide by the boundaries as well. So he mentions three groups of people. And that just really got me thinking after I received my little threat, or not a threat, excuse me, warning. So we're going to, hi, Paula McGillen. Thank you for being here. And it got me thinking, okay, why? So here's what I did. We start out at the top with Sebastian Rogers, reported missing. Okay. The actual time, the report was at 2:26:24 at 6:33 a.m. We're not yet going to focus before that right now. We're going to focus on, because we're trying to figure out the breakdown, the reasoning behind this. Hi, Alicia Hot Wheels. Great comment. Okay, so then after that, report missing, we have a massive search, 5-mile radius. Sumner County's out there. They're involved. Other agencies are involved. Over 12,000 walking miles. There were helicopters, horses, dive teams, scent dogs. Okay, and we're going to get into the search deep, but not today. Right now, I want to really focus on this. Okay, then so that was from February 26th to March 4th. And everything seemed fine other than silence from the parents, which was odd. Okay. However, let's stay on track here. On the 4th of March, law enforcement announced they were scaling back. Okay. On the 8th of March, law enforcement announces they are searching a landfill in Kentucky. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. No, we won't give up. We will not give up, Miss Robin. And Seth, probable cause comes in then, because we know with a landfill search, we have to have probable cause. So with probable cause is where, if you see the arrows start to go down, I believe it begins to get messy. Okay? Because follow the arrow down, there's relationships. This is all alleged, in my opinion. We're speculating. There's relationships, associations, and connections. So if we just focus on he was reported missing, massive search, everyone out there. Sumner County was doing interviews on the spot right there. We had contact. We were being informed. March 4th, they're scaling back. They let us know publicly. March 8th, we know publicly there's a landfill search. Day and a half, 2 days, I believe. We'll get to that. But we know in order to have a landfill search, in order to get that search warrant, you have to have probable cause. And probable cause is far more than a hunch. And I have a slide on that as well, but I want to keep us there. So once they go from the massive search looking for a little boy, a teenage boy who ran away, walked out on his own, and they scale back and they go to the landfill search, I believe that's when it gets messy, because there are relationships, associations, and connections. And this is my opinion, because to search a landfill means you believe there's a crime, because and you have shown probable cause to prove it. Then we go to Joseph Lesniak's press release. Okay. And I believe the three groups he mentioned allegedly, in my opinion, could be the groups involved in the obstacles, the blocks, the hindrance, maybe some of the threats, the warnings. Because the reason I say that is I put out a video about the commissioner and received my warning. So now I'm going to look at the three groups of people if I'm at the bottom of the chart. And after I get through this one, I'm going to stop and say hello and look at the comments because you all have great comments and I don't want to miss them. Okay. So we have the wealthy, the powerful, and LE. Well, we can confidently put under powerful. In our other video, we had discussed that could be community leaders, politicians, judges. We don't know. Okay. Um, we can confidently put under powerful now Sumner County politics. Something there doesn't, because we received that warning. So logically, we can include that under powerful. They gave that to us, right? Okay. Are you guys with me? BJ Boop, thank you so much for being here. Paper 04 Man 1, thank you for being here. Good to see all of you. Okay, Alicia, I believe when she said, I don't know why he walked out that door, she meant Sebastian's bedroom door because he walked out and allegedly saw Stepfoot. They freaked out knowing he wasn't supposed to be in the house, in my honest opinion. Could be, my friend. I wish we knew so much more. Okay. So are you with me on where I took the flow chart from the reported missing? We're not going to focus yet on before. We're just trying to figure out this whole breakdown, what's going on, because now we had a piece because I was warned. So we know that's about Sumner County politics. So you with me? What did you record in Joy in Life? Are they? I'm not sure. Are they still in, Kelly? I'm not sure, my friends. Finger red, number 1, text yellow gold. I don't know what you mean, Miss Alicia, but I love your green light bulb. Okay, so hi, Dina Real. Law enforcement, Dina Real? Do you mean when you say they were looking, do you mean law enforcement? You know, Wilton, I believe that too. And we're going to get into that when we get into, I'm leading to 3 events that I believe occurred. Let me get to it. I'm going to show you all something. So I believe, in my alleged opinion, right here, the wealthy, the powerful, the law enforcement, the relationships, the associations, and the connections. Okay. All of that takes us to, in my opinion, the vanishing of Sebastian Rogers. Because I believe, my friends, I was thinking about it so much last night. I believe, my friends, after receiving that and thinking about it, there's 3 events. We have the actual occurrence where he, whatever, left, taken, abducted, grabbed, 3 a.m. ish. The report of the disappearance on 2/26/24 at 6:33 a.m. And let's go back to the actual occurrence, somewhere from 6:30 p.m. proof of life video to, and I put 6 a.m. on that should say the 26th. And I don't believe it's that late, but I'm just saying because that's the time that was given to us right now. We're going to go through all of this eventually and tweak it. And then we have the report of the disappearance, and then we have the vanishing. I believe they are very different from each other. Okay. And the reason I say that is He went missing. It was reported, but now we have a vanishing of a child. And I think many people, in my alleged opinion, are involved in the vanishing part, more so than who was involved in the actual occurrence. I think it just kind of snowballed a little bit, people getting involved. My opinion, allegedly. So now let's go. So I believe that whole group that Joseph Lesniak said is some people from all those groups, maybe one, some, who knows, may allegedly be had got caught up in the vanishing of Sebastian Rogers. Let me go to here. Are you all with me? Okay. So I believe there was a disappearance. The door's open, Pumpkin. Did she take your bone? Excuse me, guys, 1 second. My doggies talk to each other for a second. Go get it, okay? Okay, sorry, guys. My dogs are enjoying a bone and one took the others. So here is the disappearance. Okay, there's three events: the reporting, the actual occurrence, in my opinion, this is, and the vanishing. The vanishing, what entailed the vanishing. So the report of the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers, here's what we know. We know that he was not in his room allegedly at 6 a.m. 2/26/24. The report states is that he walked out in the night. The report was no shoes, barefoot. Now we are hearing allegedly there were slides, the sandals, the slides not accounted for. And I cannot find that post anywhere. Apparently it's from SF Investigates. I went through his post. If any of you have seen that, I would love for you to share that with me. But my friends, now over 7 months into it, we are hearing there's a pair of slides that aren't accounted for. Okay. So that in myself just blew my mind. Let me catch up with you all. Absolutely, paper for man one. Same with my grandchild. Absolutely. From the time toddler sized. Okay. Favorite things go: the Binky, the Blanky, and the iPhone for the movies. That was the thing. Okay. So we have the report. I'm trying to. Oh, Ginger Girl, thank you. Was that the one that was for about $1,000, between $1,000 and $2,000? I think I saw that one as well. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. I hope they have. Treat Squirrel, that's a great comment. And I hope they have. Oh, Truth for Us. Another channel came up with something. Look at interview where KP said drove in the car and he was already up. What? Already what? Oh, if you'll put it in the link or in the chat, I will know to go there when I watch the chat on replay. Thank you. Okay. So you guys are great thinkers. Yes, absolutely. A hunting property, a cabin. We know the MLS listings. There's access to anywhere he could be hidden. I pray he's hidden, Treat Squirrel. I really do. I hope. But now we have slides that are involved. So I'll get back to your comments. I want to keep going through this with you. So, 7 months in, we have slides. That to me blows my mind. I can't imagine, you know, what law enforcement is going to think about that. No, he left with the report says he left with no cell. He didn't take a switch. The report he was reported missing at 6:33 a.m. with a call to Sumner County Sheriff Office, not 911. The house was locked up in the morning, and the report is he left without his coat. That is the report of the disappearance. Very different, in my opinion, than the vanishing. Okay. Very different, in my opinion, than the vanishing. And we're going to get to it. We're going to continue on, my friends. And I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And I'm so thankful for you to be here. So, like I said, we have the breakdown, I believe, down here at the bottom, along with others, many people, different groups. And I think it's because there's allegedly relationships, associations, and connections. And I believe the messiness began when they scaled back because they began looking, in my opinion, at the home. They couldn't leave the home. They were taken back to the home, no longer looking for a runaway boy who walked out on his own. And then the landfill search revealed, obviously, there's probable cause and thought that there is a crime. So, with that, I believe the whole group where there's hindrance and threats and those wealthy, powerful, LE, all those people, relationships, associations, and connections, many are involved in the vanishing of Sebastian Rogers. And what I mean by that is it's very different, in my opinion, than the disappearance when I started thinking about it last night. This is following the actual disappearance, but we also know, allegedly, there could be things that were planned and put into place to assist with the vanishing. We've talked about the special ops information I got regarding how to taint the perimeter to throw off scent dogs. We have jammed cameras allegedly. We have cars showing up at 3 a.m., flashlights across the only activity in the house. But we will get to all of that. Okay. The vanishing of Sebastian Rogers. And that's following the actual disappearance. Okay. We think it could have been preempted. I'm kind of, in my opinion, I lean that it was. I want to think it was an accident, but too many things tell me, too many things when I want to think it's an accident, too many things take me away from that. Okay. I'll be honest with you. So we have the vanishing. And what I mean by the vanishing, there's no sighting of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. There's no scent trail leading anywhere specifically of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. There's no evidence, according to Sumner County Sheriff Office, leading to what happened to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. There's no footage, apparently, other than the last proof of life footage on the 25th leaving the Texas Roadhouse. There's no footage of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Vanished. There's no items that have been found. The glasses were debunked. The pants were debunked. No items of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He's vanished. No footprints of a little boy allegedly barefoot, well, now in slides. I do know he wears size 10. Okay. He vanished. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. No sign of breaking and entering. And then there's threats, hindrances, and warnings. And I think all of that together has created a vanishing. And I think a lot of people, because if you look at words like evidence, scent, footage, footprints, breaking and entering, threats, okay, a lot of that goes to certain groups of individuals. if we take ourselves back to our slide from the bottom, a lot of that is law enforcement. Um, I want to know what you think. Do you guys agree, though, that it's not just the disappearance, it's the report, it's the actual occurrence, and it's the vanishing? People covering up, allegedly, in my opinion. People not coming forth, allegedly, in my opinion. People making sure these things that surround the vanishing on our chart weren't there, and as far as threats, were there, right? Look at your comments. Ginger girl, it looks like that's very plausible with when we break it down like this, right? Hi, Lisa and Blue. Hi, Truth for Us. When we break it down like this, it just, and we're even going to go a little bit further. It just, to me, it takes it from, because then we're going to go into before the search. We'll probably do that tomorrow. Okay. So the vanishing, the disappearance, and the report. Trishy, good point. I did a FOIA for the probable cause affidavit for the landfill search, and I was rejected because I'm not from Tennessee. Tennessee is one of 8 states, by the way, that they make sure you're a resident before they will grant your requests. I believe Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, Delaware, Tennessee, and I can't remember the few others. So, hi, Flickery Foot, Tracy Dillon. Well, apparently, there's some slides that could be in the mix now. Truth for Us, that's a great point. And we're going to pause for a second because your comments are also great. And I want to go over them. The thud came in second interview overnight, thought to help add to her case. And I want to say, in my opinion, and I did a video on it, I believe it was day 22 that the thud came in. And day 19, the noise came in. Day 22, the noise turned to a thud. And I have a theory about that. And I want to know what you all think about that. In my opinion, the narrative said, I heard a noise. I believe that was brought in day 19. And then on NG, Miss Nancy Grace, it went into a thud. I believe from I heard a noise to it became a thud is very logical. Why? Because, hold on, I got distracted. Laurel, hold on one second. Because, I've lost my train of thought. Sorry. Oh, because on the 19th, after mentioning a noise and then not not checking on Sebastian, that did not go over well. Okay. So then we added a thud and him answering on day 22, no, mama, I'm okay. Right. So I think as things were said, the responses, the reactions from the public, and this is all my opinion, I think contributed to additional information going into the narrative that made it feel better, look better to the public. And that is just my opinion. So don't tear me up out there. Okay. Great question. Paper 04 man 1, I'm not either. Okay. I am not either. And it's my opinion. I don't believe it. If that had happened, there was no way for the door to get locked back up. Okay. Because Stepfoot said it himself. If he had pushed the code pad from the front door, it would have illuminated and the neighbors camera would have at least shown a silhouette or something, and that did not happen. So I do not, there's no scent trail leading in a barefoot boy or a boy now in slides from the house to anywhere significant specifically. Um, so in my opinion, he was carried out or driven out. And and I know many of you think, or he did not ever make it home from Texas Roadhouse, allegedly, in our opinion. The update. Oh, it was a warning that we received. I received regarding our last video. Go ahead and replay. It's about our last video. I posted it. We talked about it, and we're trying to figure out why it was. The warning was specific to staying out of politics in Sumner County. And so now we are analyzing that because to me, it gave us a big clue. I've seen what, Trishy? Trishy, I'm not sure what you're talking about that I've seen. I have not seen Nick's post. Thank you, Lisa and Blue. I've been looking. I read his post from yesterday saying, they've done their 30th debriefing. Thank you, Lisa M. I'll open it up in just a second. I'm terrible on X, you all. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Okay, so let's keep going, and then I will look that up in a second. Nick's post. I'm gonna take this down so we can see. So we have the vanishing, which I believe a lot of people are involved in. Maybe backs turned away, eyes turned away from things. Lisa, can you tell me some main ideas from his post? So a lot of people could very well be involved. And that, in my opinion, my friends, takes us back to here. This, where it began to get messy. There was the report of Sebastian going missing. Amazing search done for a boy who walked out or ran away from home. Nothing seemed messy with law enforcement. Nothing seemed messy with locals right there at that point. People were looking for a runaway boy. And this is, in my opinion, alleged. On March 4th, they began scaling back because they went with all they had done, 12,000 walking miles, 5-mile radius, helicopters, sonar, drones, divers, horses. They scaled back. And in my opinion, they began looking back at the home. Then 4 days later, we had the probable cause. Okay. And I believe because probable cause means they believe there was a crime and they're searching a landfill for something related to that crime, it began to get messy. Small town relationships, associations, and connections. I say Joseph Lesniak, he broke it down into 3 groups who were doing it, at least to them, allegedly, LE, powerful people and wealthy people. We know Sumner County politics, they want us to keep our nose out of. So I put that under powerful because that's what our warning was. Y'all with me? Okay. Now, this one is not as pretty as the others because I was trying to do it really fast. And I'm going to check on you. Nicole, I think that's a really, really, really good point. I also believe one time I heard her catch herself and say, if we had, meaning was going to head down the road of, correcting herself on something around that same topic you're discussing. So we have the initial search, friends. And real quick, I'm just going to look at your messages. Yes. I believe, Lisa and Blue, that body language analysts would say that is a subconscious, possible alluding to If we want to speculate, and we do, because possible something happening to Sebastian's neck, allegedly, in my opinion, what a body language analyst would say. Okay. It's terrible to discuss, isn't it? We it's so sad the things we need to discuss on true crime, but it's so necessary. Yeah, it ran away. I mean, treat squirrel, it's ridiculous. The vanishing, the poof, the no sign of him. I mean, it doesn't happen. It, it just doesn't. Kids don't vanish. And that's why we're looking at this. Vanishings are caused. Thank you, Trishy. Vanishings are caused. Someone makes a child vanish. Let me give an example. If one of our beloved family member pets got out of the home and we were searching for them, right? We would search and we would look for them. And if people saw them, they would speak up. And if you have a Ring doorbell, you'd get 1,000 messages and pictures of your dog walking around or your animal walking around. If your animal by chance was, God forbid, hit by a vehicle, people would notify you. People would see it. Law enforcement would be called. Okay. So just think about that. Why would that be different for a child? Why would that be different? You know, they would be able to follow the footprints of our pet. Maybe, you know, why is there nothing? So, oh, he did. I didn't know they both wore tens, right? Treat squirrel. Because I know I heard on one of the dispatches that he wears a 10. Is that correct? That's a great comment, Tiffany. Statistically, stranger abductions are of opportunity and ease of access. This is anything but that. Yes, it is an area with lots of cameras, cul-de-sacs. I agree. Very residential. People notice who comes in and out. Great comment. I have to agree with that. Mm, you all are so smart. Stats for missing children with autism show a high level of abduction by parent. So that's sad. That's heartbreaking. My granddaughter too treats squirrel. She's not 19, she's younger, but absolutely, even from the time she's a baby, no bare feet in the grass, and better have my stuff. You know, okay, Dina, this is a really good question, and we can break this down before we go into the initial search. Why wait 33 minutes to call police? Because police were called at 6:33 a.m. Not 911. You would have called the biological father. I would have as well, and said, "Have you seen him?" before I called 911 or the sheriff. That's me. I would have. And if I didn't get a response, I would have called the place of employment and said, "We have an emergency. I need to speak to him right now." And I don't believe any of that called. Oh, no, she could have called the jail and left a message. Exactly. But that didn't happen. And what else I find interesting is this is so interesting to me. Okay. Follow me here. Mama Cat was saying was teaching Sebastian to call 911 in case of an emergency. Now he lives on Stafford Court, correct? Um, 911 in case of an emergency. Seth received a text from Stepfoot that morning saying 911, uh, alerting there's an emergency. However, when they're in the throes of the actual emergency, they teach their child emergency equals 911. They send a message saying 911 to get across how serious of an emergency this is. But yet, when it comes down to reporting him missing, they don't call 911. They call the sheriff's office. Make that make sense. That just that doesn't make sense to me when you put that together. I know that in my opinion, maybe they didn't want to be recorded, and like I said, maybe they didn't want GPS location to be picked up, but then again, red flag, why? And also maybe a burner phone was being used and didn't want that detected. And I think that is a very possible solution in my opinion. But let's go ahead and talk about the initial search. Everything is alleged in my opinion, of course. So we get to the initial search, full force, dedication, everyone's out there. Okay. And I'll get to the rest of the comments after this one. Okay. So you originally think, they scale back on March 4th. And here's my thinking. Oh, I first think, oh no, but then I think, well, maybe they've exhausted the area with 12,000 walking miles, 5-mile radius. We have horses, like we said, dive teams, ATVs, drones, helicopters. We're going to watch the helicopter footage coming up on probably tomorrow's live. Hi, Robin. Everyone, please be respectful because Robin Rogers is in the chat. Welcome in, Robin. We're discussing the breakdown, just going through piece by piece, trying to help out in any way we can. Let me go ahead and put your comment up there so I can see it, my friend. If you listen to the first interview with Duchess, CP says he called the sheriff's office. Then later it becomes a three-way call. I will indeed do that. I intend to be revisiting. We've got to make some charts. And my hope is, as we start making charts, we won't have time to make them all because Sebastian will be located. That's my hopes and my prayers. And I will go back to that, Duchess. And I will go back to Duchess' interview, Robin. And you know what? It's just another instance of contradictions and inconsistencies, and that throws everyone off. That's the messy stuff coming in, right? Well, welcome in. Hi, CB. What did Nik post? My goodness. Okay, hold on. Let me get to it. I'm going to pause for a second and see what's going on. Did all of you see it? Are there any of you who have not? I'm so bad on X, y'all. Okay, let me look. There it is. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Thank you, everyone. CB and all of you. I know many of you prior to were in saying Nik had posted something. I will read it for you. Hi, Jenna Daly. Thank you for being here, everyone, each of you. Zootzin Bootsy. Oh, I love that name. Yes, breaking and entering. Okay. Okay, Ginger, I'm going to put that up there. Before I get going, we have two neighbors that reported to LE that they saw a dark sedan and two individuals after 3 a.m. the morning Sebastian went missing. So interesting. I'm going to take a screenshot of that so I don't forget that. Very interesting. Tiffany, I did a video a while back called the three motive model. And I think that's such a great idea. We are going to go back and visit that the means, motive, opportunity, or the means, opportunity, and association. I believe it was affiliation. So we will definitely. I'm going to put that on my list. I'm so glad you brought that up. Tomorrow we're going to also go into some of the searching, the helicopter searching, and the dispatches. We're going to look and see what a thorough search was done in that area with a barefoot boy. How far could he have really gotten, right? But we'll add some other things into that live as well. Okay, back to Mr. Nik the Hat on X as of 4 hours ago. If you have heard it, bear with me. If you have not, buckle up. I feel it. Is Nik in the? I hope. Let me know, please. Hi, Charlene Story. If Nik does come in, he was with us last weekend. Thank you, Robin, for sharing what you know, feel. We appreciate so much that you're here while we're discussing your beautiful, sweet grandson. Okay, we're going to go to X. Sorry. I feel it in the air. We've heard your lies for 30 days. The nation has been spoon fed them for 7 months. So long, skunks. Time to light up America in green. Now, they will hear us loud and clear as their time has finally come. I remember what my last weekend felt like before gearing up for court. Ooh, unfortunately for them, they don't know it's their last relaxed weekend for the next several years. Wow. And then he's got his famous boxing glove with the skunk. It says February 2024 to October 2024. Interesting. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 8 months. Uh-oh. Wonder what's happening. So, someone must be allegedly going to court. And they are pretty confident they are going to do some timey-wimey, right? Some behind bars. Given some time out, some time to think. We'll see what happens with that, okay? Interesting. Thank you for letting me know that was out there. Then Robbins, KP used Sebastian as a tool to manipulate Seth and who knows who else. Interesting. Interesting. That's really sad. I my heart breaks for him, honestly. I worry about his health right now. He's going all the time. Worrying, missing his son. Everything locked up, paper 04 man 1, and on Nancy Grace, Mama Cat said only immediate family have the keys and whatever they need. Hi, Justice Jane, welcome in. So that and the house was locked in the morning. So then we can infer, in my opinion, because CP also said later on that if Sebastian had gone out the front door and pushed the code to lock it himself, it would have illuminated and been caught on video by the neighbors. So, in my opinion, he eliminated that. It's an immediate family lock back up that house. That makes sense, right? And then we're going to connect the running with the flashlight running, jumping over the ditch, and running back to the house allegedly. My opinion. Okay? My opinion. Yes, and this is a great one too. The flashlight video is very damning. The car pulling up. Now we know we're hearing two people in the neighborhood said they saw a dark sedan and two individuals. It's just you don't, there's no other activity that we've been told about on the night he went missing except that. Okay. And I do believe, in my opinion, I do believe, in my opinion, that I lost my train of thought. Let me get this. What was I just saying? Sorry, you guys. Oh, I believe the reason that it was reported, out of all the things they can't assume he took with him, or clothing, they're not going to assume, but the flashlight is, in my opinion, because in case flashlights were spotted, they would say, oh, that was Sebastian. Okay. That's my alleged opinion. So let's move on. So then you get the landfill search. Very, very messy. It was not just on a hunch. And I'm going to read something to you from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office and what they told. Let me see if you're seeing it. Let's see what you're seeing. Okay. I will read it real quick. Okay. It says, from March 8th, and there's one statement in here that's really interesting. The search for evidence related to the disappearance of Sebastian at Kentucky landfill on Thursday yielded negative results, according to Sumner County Sheriff's Office. And Robin, I know this is such a terrible topic. We're thinking of you. We're with you. While the search for Rogers continues, the search at Hopkins County, Kentucky landfill is over after exhausted efforts. Now, I kind of have to, I have to kind of question that. Me, Quentin Simon, they were there much, 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 much longer. Okay. This, I think, was a day and a half, 2 days. Exhausted efforts to find any evidence that would help find the missing 15-year-old with autism, the sheriff's office said in a media release. Okay. Authorities said no leads or evidence pertaining to Rogers' whereabouts were discovered during the operation. The decision to search the landfill was made in accordance with ongoing investigative efforts and info gathered in the search for Rogers. So it wasn't a hunch, my friends. And we know it wasn't, because they needed probable cause. But this is, and then he said, this is Sonny Weatherford, by the way, the former sheriff who's recently passed away. Yes, I've seen all of your messages about we need to look into that. We'll go back and read around some of that. And it says that they called their investigation, as Sonny said, they called their investigation a search and rescue operation, but he's concerned soon it's going to become a recovery operation. Now, if they are not able to get a solid lead soon. So this is about, because there was a leap day 3. This is 11 days after Sebastian Rogers was reported missing, that they are believing it may be a rescue operation. And remember, they said some reports, they said it was a hunch. While we had hoped for a different outcome, that's what blows my mind. What do they mean by that? While we had hoped for a different outcome, our commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering. What did they think they were going to find there? They hoped for a different outcome because they hoped to find something. They went there expecting to find something because they had proven probable cause that they believed and had evidence to back up that a crime was committed. So that's just really, really, really interesting to me. And then they say Sumner County Sheriff's deputies, Sumner County EMA, Kentucky State Police, and specialized members of the Metro Police Urban Search and Rescue Team used backhoes and dogs to sort through the rubble, Weatherford said. They were able to narrow down the search area based on a grid system the landfill uses for each day of the week. Yes, however, I did call the landfill. I might actually have that recording somewhere. I did call the landfill. And what they said is, hello to everyone who's come in. Sorry if I haven't greeted you. What the landfill said is they are in cells, but we need to remember this is 11 days after Sebastian Rogers was reported missing that they are at the landfill. Okay. It is in cells. The lady told me that immediately after things are dumped, they start turning things over, crushing, turning things over. Okay. Things are then moved. So I'm really concerned after 11 days and they spent less than 2 days there that they would have, if there was a clue there or something there, or God forbid, Sebastian there, if they would have even found it. Because they came in 11 days later, things had been moved, crushed right away, the lady told me. So that concerns me. The landfill search, they did think they were going to find something. We know that because they had to, and I think it got messy when they scaled back and started searching the landfill. And I believe, in my opinion, it got messy because it proved there was probable cause, and it got messy, excuse me, then allegedly, in my opinion, because there were connections, relationships, associations, and that's when and why people were receiving warnings like I did yesterday, and threats like others have received, and obstacles and blocks and all of the above. So let me check the comments before. Yeah, that flashlight video, I just can't, I just can't, it can't be a coincidence. Charlene, I feel ya. Hi, Julia T. They gave me a warning. Julia T, they warned me to back off Sumner County politics. Keep mind my own business unless I live there. So if you saw my video yesterday on corruption and unethical behavior, that was, I got a reaction to that. So I think we hit a nerve, my friends. I think we're getting close to things, identifying certain barriers, where they're coming from. And Charlene, I feel for you. It is a circus, which is why here on this channel we try and we do stay out of the drama. Hi, Ohio, Stephanie. We stay out of the drama here. Nicole Merck, how are you? Wait, whoa. Nicole, where did you hear that? The switching of the cars after the roadhouse. Do you have where did you see that? I would love to see that if you have verification. I've not seen that verified. Interesting, Pamela, because I remember Seth saying, and I wanted to know this for a long time. Seth had mentioned that at his house, Sebastian has slippers. And we cannot get the answer, did he have slippers over at his other home? Usually with kids, a lot of parents try and keep things very, uniform, especially with a child with autism when routines and things are so important. Interesting. So, switching of cars, you heard allegedly after Texas Roadhouse. Nicole, who are you hearing was switched? Oh, I'm reading your message more. I'm going to put that up. Great theory. I think the lights at 3:30 is Mama Cat coming home in a different car after she switched cars with someone after Roadhouse. I had never really thought about that. Are you saying you don't believe he made it home? And so this was kind of cleaning up and getting everything back to where it should be, allegedly, in our opinion. Yes, Michelle. And I think that was after, especially after admitting having not checked on the thump. I think that those narratives were added. One second, I have a message text from my brother. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. He's trying to call me and I'm not answering. There we go. Okay. So, yes, I agree. And I think after the noise went to a thud and agreed, and she had already said she hadn't checked on him, and I don't think that went over well. And therefore, in my opinion, it was added that, oh, he responded, I'm okay, mom, go to bed, love ya. So we don't know, we weren't there, but I can tell you what, a lot of conflicting, contradicting statements, in my opinion. Charlene, you're not the first to say that. I have received so many messages in the last couple days asking me if I thought indeed the floods would reveal something, wash something up. Yes, Jenna, he said this was their last weekend of calmness. So something's brewing according to Nik. I miss their nightly videos. I really do. And Hong's gone too now. Not gone, but I mean we're not getting videos from him either. Got to watch how you say things, right? Okay, so let's go on. The landfill makes it messy. It starts to get messy now because it could be messy if there's alleged relationships. Are people feeling awkward? Are they turning away? Are they not looking at things as closely maybe because they don't want to? Who knows? We're just speculating, right? And then you get to probable cause and those relationships, because there's people on different sides of those relationships where we fall, people start to get a little uncomfortable, right? Because we know where there's probable cause, there is pretty much evidence leading to, in your opinion, now let me read it properly so I don't butcher it. Sorry. Let me read it. Sorry, it was a long night last night. After I received that warning, it just got me thinking, and that's when I put most of this together, and then finished it up before I got on. Okay, probable cause affidavit is a sworn statement. Now imagine people on both sides of the thing here. Okay, you have alleged family members. You have alleged powerful, wealthy law enforcement community people, leaders. And now we have a landfill search and a probable cause affidavit. Discomfort for some. Definitely, in my opinion, discomfort for the family members who might have, or whoever would have possibly done this. A probable cause affidavit is a sworn statement by law enforcement outlining facts and circumstances justifying the need for a search or arrest warrant. In contrast, a search warrant is a court order authorizing the search of a specified location for evidence relating to a crime. So, right there, that landfill search shows us that law enforcement had facts and circumstances that justified a search of the landfill and believed the landfill would produce evidence relating to a crime. So we know they believed there was a crime and have evidence. Something, some facts, maybe not evidence, facts, circumstances. Okay. So now those relationships, they're getting uncomfortable. What's going on behind the scenes, we don't know, but we know what's surfacing are the hindrances, the warnings, the threats, the running people away anytime Seth gets help. Okay. Hi, Mary Rogers. Thank you so much for being here. So, a lot going on. And regardless of where we are in this case, everyone in here wants Sebastian home. We all have that common interest. Okay. Now I'm going to read not off of that tiny little thumbnail this time since it's a little harder to do. 1 second. I'm going to get up here now and read to you some things that they put into their probable cause affidavits. Okay. This isn't the one, but a probable cause affidavit is a chronological summary of facts that establish probable cause. It's not as comprehensive as a police report, but it includes the essential details to convince a judge that probable cause exists. They need some things that are included in an affidavit is the affiant's name, title, jurisdiction, experience, statutory violations, meaning any citations, statutes, and regulations of authority, and a statement of purpose of the affidavit. Okay. The probable cause is a fluid concept that depends on law enforcement's assessment of multiple factors. It is not based on a hunch. It is not based on a hunch. Okay. People are getting a little uncomfortable. Are people wondering, okay, how are we going to handle this allegedly? Allegedly, maybe these are our friends, our associates, our coworker, who knows, right? And then we have this. Some things we need to know about probable cause affidavits. Let me get back into the comments. Sorry, I was in StreamYard. There, I'm back. Wait, I'm back. Purpose are to establish probable cause, which is the level of certainty that a crime has likely been committed. So the fact that there's probable cause affidavit leading to a search warrant means they have established probable cause, which is the level of certainty that a crime has likely been committed. Now, my friends, Sebastian walking out or running away is not a crime. Someone taking him away, someone helping take him away, someone harming him so he's gone is a crime, not Sebastian leaving. Okay? So we know they think there's a crime that's been committed, right? The arresting officer writes it. So probably at the time it was Craddock, the detective. A judge reviews the affidavit to determine if there is enough evidence to support, in this case, it was the search warrant of the landfill. If the judge agrees that there is probable cause, they will sign and authorize the search warrant. Okay, that is what they go through as far as probable cause. So now let's think about that again and take it back to our flow chart, right? Let me take us back to our original chart. Friends, in my opinion, because of the warning I got, it made me think. I agree with Joseph Lesniak. He has these very wealthy, powerful and some law enforcement have been involved in hindrance and or threats. I received a warning regarding to keep my nose out of Sumner County politics. And I believe there are 3 events. And I hope you're seeing this, and I'm coming right back to you. I think we have the actual occurrence, which occurred February 25th at 6:30 p.m. after the Proof of Life video and I'm saying 6 a.m., but I really believe 3 or 3:30 in the morning a.m., but I'm just taking it to when we allegedly walked in the bedroom. Okay, 2:26, that should say 24 at 6 a.m. That's the occurrence. That's what happened. That's when Sebastian disappeared, went missing, was taken, allegedly. Then we also had the event of reporting him gone. Then we have the vanishing of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, in my opinion. And I believe that vanishing, there are many, many, many people involved. And I don't mean actually helping physically to take him. I believe there are many, many, many people involved. Once it got rolling and got messy, and we got a landfill and probable cause and a crime, and we have relationships and associations and connections, my friends, I believe that that's where the hindrance and the threats, it just happened with wealthy, powerful law enforcement community people, family members, friends, allegedly. I don't know, but I think there's a lot of them. So stopping people to search, telling people to stay out of the county politics, running people off, and that, my friends, is the vanishing of Sebastian, along with the fact that there's no footage, there's no evidence, there's no sightings, there's so many more things. Let me go to my slide. Okay, we have the disappearance. Walked out in the night, no shoes. Now we're hearing slides. Hey, Robin, are you still in here? Robin, do you know if there's now allegedly? Hi, Birdie's Crime Chat. How are you? Welcome in. Birdies, hold on. There were, if you go to another channel, it is called The Mob Crew. He's done research on the jammers. I mentioned it aligned with special ops information I had received as well, that obviously that can be done along with tainting the perimeter so dogs can be thrown off the scent or scent not working for like 20 minutes. Robin, if you're still in here, can you tell me if you have heard that there? Hi, Mary Harris. Hello, everyone. Victoria Burgess. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Of course, Robin. Yes, I agree. They're not from him running away. You are 100. It was for something done to him, harming him. Eric Craddock, Darlene, the sheriff, acting sheriff. Thank you, Robin, for sharing. Has he been 222 days? Let's all think about Sebastian for a second. Send your green hearts, please. Green in the chat. 222 days, this sweet boy. He needs to be returned to Seth and Robin. Has the reward gone down to 75,000, Justin Jane? I thought I saw possibly Nick had said they were gonna throw in 25, making it 75. I think I saw that on X yesterday. I'll have to double check. Green in the chats. Let's get it going. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers was reported missing February 26th. So, friends, I don't know what you think about this, but we've broken it down. Hit your notification bell because tomorrow we are going to continue. It's making sense. I think we might be getting on to close to something. We've hit a nerve when we mentioned Sumner County politics. Okay. I would love Treed Squirrel to see that footage of the school, checking the school. Because if you're gone from like 6:03 to having to race back after the 6:33 call because law enforcement is on their way, that 30 minutes of driving around, I would love to know how long she was up at the school looking. Did she park? Did she run around? Did she drive around? Did she roll down her window screaming for him? Did she get out and ask other people around? Maybe athletes who might have been there early, cheerleaders, teachers arriving. There's a lot I'd like to know about that going up to Beach Creek. Yes. And also tomorrow we're going to revisit the text of a schoolmate of Sebastian's, special ed schoolmate, who talked about him wanting to run away to the forest. So with all of that said, let me make sure I got to. Yeah, that's unnatural to me. As a mother, that's unnatural. No, I would not have left the house. I wouldn't be on vacation. I wouldn't be at RV parks. Allegedly, in my opinion, if it were me, Okay. I know everyone says everyone reacts differently, but you don't react differently when someone needs to be home for your child you think walked out. We all know. We all know that they would need someone there. That's not a reaction, that's common sense. That's parental, in my opinion, responsibility and love. Hi, good measure. Very insulting. Very, very insulting to the intelligence for some of us. And it's just like that. And you know what? That's such a great comment. Yeah. That is such a great comment because that's what makes me always look at Sumner County Sheriff's Office. It's like a slap in the face that they don't address all this stuff and haven't before everyone else got involved. Just kind of turned a blind eye, in my opinion. They got through to the sheriff's office because CP used a number that was a direct line to his, possibly because they weren't open at that time. That's a great question, Teresa Bird. And hello, God's Girl, 1971. Thank you for that nice message for Robin. I'm trying to see if Robin, hi, Robin. Thanks. I want to see, Robin, if you were able to. Hi, Pink Butterfly, Silent One, Just Mary. I'm trying to say hello, Joanne, Michelle Weddle, excuse me. Hi, Gma. I see you, Grandma. You need your, I'm sorry. Now, I didn't know you were in here, my friend. See, it's not an option like we were talking about on the phone the other day. So you're gonna have to help me. I click you and it says delete, put you in timeout or ban. It doesn't help me give you your wrench back. Hi. So good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. I will get you that wrench back. Oh, it's so nice to have you here, Charlene. It's so nice to have everyone here. Angie Best, thank you. Welcome in, Angie Best. So glad you found us. We are drama free. This is a community of critical thinkers. And I believe some of your comments after my video also is what warranted a little that warning because you guys are bright. Some of the things you were talking about, right? About digging deep and getting into action, making some phone calls, things like that, research. That, my friends, I think also could have contributed to saying you guys just need to back off. You all are very, 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 um, very outside of the box thinkers. I would love Michelle Scott to see the probable cause warrant. I've requested it through FOIA and was rejected because I am not a Tennessee resident. So sad, right? Well, my friends, I want to thank you so much for being here. Robin, prayers up for you and Sebastian to be brought home, and Seth, may all good things happen. We're led to Sebastian. Everyone keeps looking, keeps their eyes on Sebastian, stops with the nonsense, the warnings, the threats, and lets this sweet teenager be brought home to Seth and Robin. Thank you all so much for being here. Hit the notification bell. Tomorrow we're coming on and we're going to continue this study session on the disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers and the vanishing of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Talk soon, my friend. Thank you all for being here.